Okay, so we're going to get started because I want to be respectful of everybody's time. Okay? So I was coming in today to talk about lessons learned, some things that I have learned recently, and uh and I would like to share it with you. Okay? So if it can help you, then why not share it? Okay. As you know, I changed the description for the group. Okay. I help women who have been marginalized, okay, to stop surviving power systems and start leading with freedom, influence, and authority while transforming teams and systems around them. Hi, Oddwood. Glad you could join. This is not saying that men can't join because men have wives, sisters, mothers. Okay? So you have to support women, okay, as well. So when we rise, you rise too, okay? Because we're going to bring you along. So you support us and we support you. Doesn't that sound good to you? That's why you're here, right? Hello, Mike. How are you? Yes. Redefine your prime. Yes, that's what we have to do, okay? Absolutely. Okay, I'm glad we're in agreement on that. So recently, I told you guys I started in Substack November of 24. Okay, and that was really at the time that I had relocated to Alaska. Okay, I came to Alaska. Hello, Lisa. How are you? I came to Alaska because I said, okay, I've been working for the government for 39 years, right? And I'm tired. I was ready to retire. So I'm like, where can I go back to the United States that's going to pay me the most amount of money? Okay, I lived in the Midwest. Okay, I didn't want to go back to Michigan. Okay, because it's too humid there. I don't like the heat. Okay, because of the lakes, the Great Lakes. It's so humid in the summer. Okay, and when I was living in Israel, it was humid there too, off the Mediterranean. It was too hot. Okay, hey, there we go. Go blue. That's right. Yes, Jamal. So I said, I'm gonna move to Alaska because at that time, Alaska was paying people 30, 32, or $3,600 a year just to live here. Okay. And what was appealing to me about Alaska is that it's separated from the United States. So the only way you can get to Alaska, you got to fly in or you can drive through Canada. Okay. I'm like, hey, and it's more land here than it is people. Okay. So I'm like, yeah, that sounds good because Alaska's supposed to be, I think, 10 sizes of Texas, the state of Texas. And I'm like, okay, it sounds good. It's less people up here. And it's so beautiful all year round. Okay. Beautiful. Just breathtaking. Okay. So then in 2025, they decided, oh, well, we're going to reduce the PFT, the people living in Alaska get. So they changed it from 3,200 and went down to $1,000 to live here. So you have to live in Alaska 6 months and 1 day, then you get the PFT. You can apply for it. It's not so appealing, but it's still appealing because it's beautiful here all year round. Okay. Hi, Dr. Mary. Hi, Evelyn. Okay. So I like that part of it, but I came here for the job. Okay. So what I found out, you know, I don't have many friends. When we stop and think about what is a friend, okay, it's somebody that's supposed to be there for you, you know, have compassion for you, hold safe space for you, so on and so forth. And then you find out that your closest friend is your biggest enemy, okay? Because been having these things happen to me on Substack. I'm not doing any dumping because at this point I'm healed from it. I'm healed from all of it, okay? And I just want to explain to you so you can certain things that you can look for, okay? When you notice you and your friend or co-workers at work, you guys are getting along so well and everything. But as they see that you're starting to change, okay, and that you want more out of your life, that you want to become a teacher or whatever, then people around you including your family, they start to feel envious and jealous of you. It's like, why do you want to change? Why do you have to go and do that? Why do you want to do that? And you don't realize at the time that people are supposed to be happy for you and joyous for you because you want to level up in your life. But everybody's not like that. And they're not going to tell you to your face. But then you start to feel that people's energies start to shift. And you're like, why are these people starting to act strange? Okay? Why are they acting strange? When we grew up together, we started here together, and now all of a sudden you guys not feeling me? What's going on? Okay? So, um, so as I decided I'm gonna retire, I told you I had this friend. I had this friend, okay? We have been friends for over 11 years. Okay? I was there when that friend, like two or three of their children was born. Okay. I was there, to pass out the gifts. Hey, this is for the birth of your son, for the birth of your daughter. All of the time, this person, I found out later, this person was secretly in competition with me and secretly didn't like me. I just found out recently, okay, because things were starting to happen to me. And I'm like, something's going on here. This is crazy. How's all these things starting to happen to me? Okay. Come to find out, this friend was secretly uh, passing this information along, and these bad things started happening to me. And then I started putting I started noticing the patterns and everything. And so this person knows that I was a pretty strong person, and so we would sit down and strategize. They say, "Oh, Margaret, I'm having this problem at work." I'm like, "Okay, well, let's sit down, roll up our sleeve, talk to me about what the problem is, and we'll figure out how together we can figure out how we can resolve this problem." Okay, because the person was having problems at work, they was being disrespected, they were being overlooked, they were all kinds of stuff, and we was both experiencing the same stuff. Okay. So we would sit there, I helped them strategize. I say, well, you do this and you do that. And then things would work themselves out. Okay. So I would help this person. They said, well, I want to apply for this job and on USA jobs. And I'm like, okay, so I worked for the government for 39 years. And if you're going to be applying for these jobs, you got to use these keywords. You got to know how to phrase things and what to put in the resume builder to make you score high. Okay, because some of these positions they come out with, they'll say, okay, we have this position and there's 10,000 applicants. Now, you know damn well you ain't gonna get that job. Okay, there's 10,000 applicants. I don't care every keyword you use in there, it's not gonna be enough. And then on top of that, they weed people out, once they weed them out, and then you got to go into the interview process, and then they'll weed you out further, and then they'll figure out really they already know who they want. A lot of times it's just going through the formality, right? Okay, so I helped this person with all of that. This individual know me to the T, to the T. What I'm going to say, what I'm going to do, I would call this person. I would ask for their advice. Okay, I would be, after I have to walk away from my $130,000 job, I was devastated, and I was very codependent, and so I told this person everything. To come to find out, they utilized all this stuff against me to get me removed from my job. Okay. And they say, well, we can't take her down by ourselves. So we have to find a group of people to help us take her down. Okay. Because I've been fighting my whole life. Okay. So if you bring me a fight, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna come out that corner. I'm gonna fight physical. And I'm not gonna fight physical, but if I have to, I will. Mental, in any way I possibly can, I'm gonna figure a way out. That's what I've done all my life. They probably call me Houdini. But anyway, come to find out recently, it came to me. all of these things happening to me, and I only told one person. So this one person, it just out of the blue, it just said, this person is the culprit of all of your problems. So I like, okay. I'm not going to say nothing to the individual because when they see this, they'll know who they are. They already know by now because I deleted them and every member of their family and everybody associated with them. I deleted them. No, I didn't delete them. I blocked them. Okay. So I'm sure by now they know that I know about this conspiracy to take me down. And I am overjoyed. I'm so overjoyed because I figured it out now, except rather than later. And so the people that are the closest to us are the ones we must watch the most because they know where all the bodies are buried. They know all of our ins and outs of our physical, mental, and emotional well being. And people use this against you to take you down because they are envious and jealous of you and they don't want to see you succeed. And so I am, so since they realized they couldn't take all these people to try to take me out, okay, we're going to do a smear campaign. Okay, well, good luck with that because I have 39 years with the federal government. Okay, when you did your security check or credit check, you see that I have no offenses in the system whatsoever. Why would I do that when I'm working for the federal government? And why would I do some shady stuff on the side? Okay, all right. I'm sure that a lot of people probably believed all this stuff that they were hearing about me. And that goes to show me that those people didn't even take my character in consideration because I'm on this platform every day delivering content uh, to my subscribers. Okay, like I did when I worked with the federal government. Okay, people want to see your downfall because they don't want to put in the work to do what it takes to be successful. They would prefer to see your downfall. And these are the same people that will see your work out there and they will act like they don't see it. They don't see it. Okay, so that's why I say to everybody, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Okay, you have to diversify. Okay, because this platform to me is set up for competition. Okay, because there are so many of us that are coaches and we're basically all saying the same thing. Okay, that is the reality. Then it comes down to which coach do you prefer to work with. Okay, only you can decide that. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not competing with nobody because I am unique like each and every one of you. So what value would it be to me to compete with you? None. It's defeating the purpose of me being here. Okay? So I'm not in competition with nobody. And that's why I say, I figure out which platforms that are going to work best for me and the people that I am looking to attract. Okay? If they're not on that same frequency, if they're not on that same vibration, then they're not for me. They're not for you either. And remember that everybody is not for us and vice versa. I just want the ones that are for me. That's it. Okay? I had got up to 980 subscribers, but I was killing myself in the process because I kept saying, well, what can I do so I don't piss somebody off? That's not going to happen. We're going to piss somebody off during the day. We can't avoid that. Okay? I'm gonna show up professional. I'm gonna show up respectful, but I am not taking anybody's crap to belong. Okay? When we go somewhere and we realize we are not accepted and not wanted, I go where I'm wanted. Okay? You don't have to tell me twice. Okay? So we need to be mindful of who we are, what we want, and what type of people we want to associate with. Okay? Anybody that has already betrayed me, there's no reason to come back here because I have no tears because what you did it openly and willingly. So there is no conversation. Period. You move on to somewhere else, go somewhere else, and let's see what day it is. Is Thursday, April the 2nd, 6:17 a.m. in Alaska, okay? Anchorage. And you heard that from me. And I am in my mind, my body, and my spirit are all intact. And there's nothing wrong with me. And I just want to make sure that I put that out there because uh we have to be uh I wouldn't say distrusting of people. We just need to pay more attention to our body and what our intuition is telling us. If we're constantly on this hamster wheel, stressed out, burned out, there's no way we can be in that situation. If I had not been retired at this point in time and being in solitude and in silence and working on my shadows, there's no way I could have seen all of this stuff coming. I had three things going on at the same time, and it's all interconnected. Okay, and I can see that. So yeah, oh yeah, she's powerful. So we're gonna do it this way. We're gonna have boom, 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 boom. Like I can't see through that. Okay, I can see through. I can read that a mile away. And to insult my intelligence, that's okay though, because they know now. If they didn't know before, they're gonna know after I post this video on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever. I am not about trying to get revenge or karma on anybody. I'm here to do the work of the Holy Spirit, period. And I will not waver for anybody for any reason. So if you're upset, you'll get over it. Not you guys. I'm talking about the people that are trying to bring me down. Okay? That's who I'm talking to. So you may as well find the next victim because I told you from the beginning that I was not somebody to be messed with. And the spirit has already showed that. I don't have to do anything. I'm just focusing on my work. Okay? Now I can get back to the things that I was working on to bring value to my subscribers. Okay? Every time I was trying to get back to doing that, something kept pulling me away from that. Okay? Emotional tugs, mental tugs, all these things are pulling me away and just messing with my mental, spiritual well being. Well, that's over with because as soon as somebody come over there with some negative talk, they're going to be blocked. Period. Because we don't have time, people. There's only a limited amount of time that we have in this world. Why let some ignorant person come to steal your joy, your peace, and your serenity, which they're doing on purpose to pull you away from your work and don't allow it. Okay? Because each and every one of you, I see you out there. Okay? And you have to stay focused on what you're doing and don't let these people pull you away from that. Okay? Our skills, our talents, and gifts are too important in this chaotic, I don't know what kind of world this is we living in, but we don't have time for that. Okay. So how can we all come together? Okay, within our community, my community, your community, how can we come together to uplift the souls, to bring power, to bring joy and peace? That's what we need more of. I don't need no more chaos, and I'm not accepting it. Period. So don't bring it over here. Okay? People will say, oh, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. And they'll be with you until they get what they want from you. And then you don't never hear from them again. Like, oh, what happened to you? Oh, I'm busy. I don't have time. Oh, it's convenient. You were over here when you wanted something from me. It was good then. But now you don't need my services no more. It's okay. It's okay. Because once we clock that, then they go on this as two lists. The list, there's one list, the people you need to get rid of, and other list is the people you want to keep. That's why I'm constantly pruning people from my subscriber list. If you're not coming and bringing value, then you got to go. I don't have to tell you nothing. When you see that you've been deleted, then you should know why. Because you're not bringing any value over here. Okay? I'm only interested in people that are interested in uplifting others and to elevate themselves. If you're not about that, go somewhere else. Don't come over here. You're not wanted. And that's the bottom line. We have to have boundaries. Otherwise, people will drive us crazy and we won't have nothing accomplished because we all are mothers, fathers, we are members of the community. Our children depends on us, our parents. So we don't have time for the BS, period. And that's where I'm at today. Um, so all these people and all these things, I'm grateful. I'm grateful because it made me the person I am today. Okay, where I won't accept less than what I'm willing to give, where I am not willing uh to I'm willing to cut anybody off that is preventing me from growing, from learning and growing. If you're not about learning and growing, don't come here, period, because you're not welcome. And that's where I'm at today. Okay? And I'm very happy because now I know who I can trust and who I can't. Okay? And I got rid of all the people that I know I can't trust for now. It might be some more, but as they show their heads and show their face, they'll be blocked too. Bring it. Bring it. And you all have to be courageous the same way because otherwise you will never have nothing because they won't let you have nothing. They won't let you have no peace. They won't let you have no joy. They won't let you have no serenity. Then you won't have nothing but stress and burnout. And then when you're dead and gone, then they're going to talk about you like a dog anyway. So do you. Do you. That's it. Okay? Be your own cheerleader. Don't wait for validation from others. Celebrate yourself every day because you deserve to be celebrated. You are unique and you are amazing. And don't let nobody tell you anything different. I see each and every one of you out there, okay? And you are doing amazing things and you continue on that path. And don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Period. Because if somebody has something negative to say about you, they're not for you. Get rid of them. Okay? Then we can bring in all the people that we are trying to uplift in our communities. Okay? That's where the magic happens. And that's how we change this world, changing minds, okay? And changing hearts. Okay? And Marjorie know about it because she's one of these individuals, okay? She's out there every day, each and every one of you, okay? Telling your positive messages to the people that you serve and the people that you're looking to serve, okay? And anything that's contrary to that, get rid of it. Period. Because as we get rid of all these people that are doing us no good, then that allows the universe to bring in all these blessings and people that does get us, excuse me, and does love us. Okay? And that's the people we should focus our attention on. Those others, they're just in the way. That's just noise. So I'm not going to keep you long, but I did want to tell you that and just keep doing all the positive things that you're doing and let nobody stand in your way. Period. I don't care if it's your mama, your daddy, your husband, your wife, your kids. I cut off everybody that's in my way. I don't give a damn who you are. And we have to be the same way. Hi, Marjorie. Does anybody have any questions? Yeah, the true meaning of life. Each of you decide that. You don't let somebody else dictate what the true meaning of your life is. Who are they? Who are they to tell you what to say, what to do, and how to feel? Okay? You know how you feel and you know what you want. And don't let nobody tell you that you can't have that. Okay, go get it. Whatever it is, if that's what you want, and if that makes you feel good, okay, do it. I don't give a damn who it is. Nobody have a right to tell you what you can have and what you can't do. Period. You're right. Envy is real. Come on up here, Megan. You want to come up here? I'm gonna call you up here because I saw you yesterday and you had a lot to say. You asked me if I wanted to come on like your live, and I said, yeah, I'll come over there. Well, you can come on up here because you got a lot to say. Okay? And I really want you. I had reached out to you before, okay, to see if you wanted to go live. But you here, shoot. Why put off tomorrow what you can do today? Come on up here, girl. Come on, Megan. Let's see if she come up here, guys. Okay? Come on, Megan. Come on, girl. You got something to say. I want to hear what you got to say. Um, because she was talking about the same things yesterday in her live. And that's why I contacted her. I like, Megan, come on. Let's have this meeting. I don't know if she coming. What she say? Did she say anything? Megan, you coming? I'm gonna try again. Uh Sometimes people are not in the place to talk, but I'm telling you, that girl had me almost shouting yesterday with what she was talking about. And the two people she was talking about, somebody else she had recommended, I went and subscribed to them because we have similar stories, Megan. She said, Megan against injustice. So you know she got a lot to say. Okay. I don't know if she can come in today, but I'm definitely sure want to have a conversation with Megan. Okay. And there were some people that I have reached out to for to go to have a live with me. But some of the people might like, oh, you only got 500 subscribers. What can we talk about? I said to myself, we could talk about a lot because I had seen subscribers that have had no subscribers, and we went live, and it was magical. She is a nutritionist. Okay, we have to look at every opportunity, okay, to elevate our voice, elevate our brand, okay, it speaks volume of who we are. Okay, they don't want to talk to me. What does that mean? Because I only have 500 subscribers. What does that mean? Does that mean that I don't have the knowledge and expertise to have a uh, intelligent conversation? Does that mean that we can't find value to give to the people? I just ask myself these questions when people don't answer or people don't respond. Okay, but then they'll turn around, they'll go around, and somebody else will contact them that have 10,000 followers. Then I see them on the live. I'm like, okay, that's okay, because one day I'm gonna be up there too, and then they'll be looking at me. It's like, oh, now I want to go live. No, you didn't want to go live before. Okay, that's okay, because I'm not gonna beg nobody. Okay, I'm not gonna beg anybody. Okay, we should not beg anybody. I'm gonna continue to do collaborations, and I'm gonna continue to go live. I don't care whether somebody's with me or not. Okay, perhaps Megan was not able to join at this time. Okay, and that's okay. Hi Joe, how you doing? I just wanted to tell you how I was feeling about it because I've had at least, I don't know, maybe 8 people that refused to answer me about going live, much less to go live. I'm like, well, maybe they're intimidated. Like, that's their problem. I'm not going to worry about what their issue is and why they don't want to go live with me. Whatever. I have enough people, I'm sure, that will go live, and we'll have a intelligent and engaging conversation that everybody will enjoy. And maybe it wasn't the right time for them to go live with me. Okay, many of these people are on the bestseller list. Okay, and I was really shocked that Bob Berg said he would go live with me, and because I didn't think he would. Honestly, I was like, I'm just going to try anyway. What the hell? All he's going to do is all the thing he could do is say yes or no. So I did, and he said yes, and I was shocked. So what I'm saying is, just because you knock on the door and you get 10 no's, keep knocking on the door. I used to do telemarketing before I started working for the federal government. Okay, I would get 20 no's in one day. And then you turn around, I get boom. The 21st one might be for annual subscription. So never give up. Just because you get 20 no's, oh well. Okay. You get comfortable with hearing no. When you say it, when you hear a yes, you're like, excuse me, what did you say? I was like, what did you say? You said yes? Holy shit, let me hurry up and write this up. So you just get better at proposing to people. Okay. It's all about, your voice, the way you come across, your energy, and everything else when you trying to get a sale. Okay. I was trying to get that sale. So everything counts. And the main thing is if you show genuine concern for a person, sometimes they'll just buy whatever you selling just because you showed genuine interest in the person. You just never know what you're going to find when you pick up the phone and talk to a person. Okay? Because many people are suffering right now. They're by themselves, they're lonely, they're frustrated. So if you call a person, and you sense that, I start with that. Hi, how are you today? You know, Instead of worried about, okay, I want to get this sale and I only have 10 minutes, so I want to see what I can extract from this person in 10 minutes. That's the wrong attitude. Seriously. Oh, okay, no problem, Megan. No, I knew it was something. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to put it out there. But you and I have to have a conversation for real because you and I were talking about some of the same things, and so we have to be mindful. We need to have more compassion for people. Okay, not just come like what I can get, what I can extract from this person. Because remember, you're extracting from this person today. Somebody gonna do the same thing to you down the road, and how you gonna feel about that? How you feel about being violated when you at the lowest point in your life? Okay? So we need to be mindful of that when we have these conversations with people. Okay? It's not always about the sale. Okay? It's about the relationship that you're building. Because that individual might tell their neighbor, you know what? That man was so nice to me. I recommend that you buy his services. Okay? Because a lot of times you sell through word of mouth as well. Okay, and if you have a very good reputation, okay, your credibility, people will buy from you for that. But if people hear whiffs of, oh, this person's not trustworthy, or this and that and the other, that goes around real quick too. And people's like, okay, if this person named Joe come over, I'm not using Joe, I'm just using a name. Okay, don't buy from them, don't even open the door, don't even answer the phone. So we need to be mindful about how we show up, okay, and how we present ourselves or misrepresent ourselves, okay, because that comes back to you tenfold, okay. So, um, does anybody have any questions? Yeah, right, Marjorie. Yes. So, anybody got any questions? And like I said, I am not sad at all, okay, because once a person show you who they are, believe it. Okay, once they mask fall off, you can't unsee what you saw. Okay, you cannot unhear what you heard, because a person will say, oh, well, I didn't mean nothing. When they do be passive aggressive or gaslighting, then they'll say, oh, I didn't mean nothing by it. I'm like, okay, I'm sure you didn't. Click. And that's it. You are only going to disrespect me one time. One time. That's it. You don't get second chances here. Not anymore. Okay, those days is over. Okay, period. And you need to be the same way, because if a person disrespects you once, the next time it'll be 10 times worse. Okay. And so be mindful of this. Protect your peace, protect your energy. Okay. Protect your time, protect your mental health at all cost. Because without that, how can we function? How can we help the people we love? And how can we help the people we serve if we can't do that? Okay. Um, you guys sure you don't have any questions? Oh, she said her family has tried to take her career down too. And I'm, I'm like, good luck. My bosses and coworkers know me, LOL. Okay, it does happen. Okay, so I know that for a fact, and I've talked to a lot of other people that have experienced the same thing from their own family, from the people they thought were friends, from the organizations they work with. So I'm not the only one that's been impacted by all of this stuff, and that's why our story is so important to tell, so people know that they are not alone. Okay. People think that they've only been the one that experienced these things, but that's not true. So if we continue to tell our stories and to tell how these things impacted us in our lives and our mental health, that help us all to collectively heal and grow together. Why should we suffer alone? Helping each other heal, to heal these mother and father wounds that are very existent in our lives. Okay? We all deserve to heal. And I thank God that I did the shadow work during my time away from that job. I had to sit in everything because I had nothing else. Okay? So as I sat in there, I uncovered all of this stuff and worked on it. Okay? And I'm going to continue to do so. So I want each and every one of you to show up as your best selves. And that's why I'm telling you about these things to help you learn and grow as well. And I want to thank you all so much for coming today and listening. And again, was not about dumping. This is about the reality of life that we live in. Okay. And so protect yourselves at all costs. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a wonderful day.